Hello everyone, welcome back. I popped down a side road I hadn't never been down before, and it's led me down to Cala Piteras. I think that's what it is on the sign behind us. It's just down by the Nautilus Restaurant, so I just thought let's do a quick video here, because maybe you don't know the area, I certainly didn't. It comes under Torrevieja. More barking dogs. Spain loves barking dogs. People just love to have their dogs barking. So it comes under Torrevieja Council. I can see that here. I'm just going to just whiz the camera around and let you see what's going on round about here as usual. So you can see we're right down, I don't know if you can call it the beach. Just full of seaweed, and there's a wee bit of a whiff, obviously with the hot sun on the seaweed drying it out. It's a bit stinky, but doesn't stop people. It's a little bit of a beach here, but the thing that caught my eye more than anything was we've got a nice walkway along the coast as always, but look at this. Look at all these new build apartments. Well, they must be fairly new. Obviously been up, I don't know, last year or two, maybe you know, you can let us know, maybe it's a few years, I don't know, but all these apartments, and it looks to be very, very few of them occupied at the minute. And bear in mind, we're coming up to the end of June here, so there's bound to be loads of those are just holiday homes or Airbnbs or something like that. But I'm just going to go further up a bit and then we'll come back down to the coast. Loads and loads of apartments here. Some have got washing out, so washing's always a good indicator that there's somebody in it. But for the most part, all the shutters are all down, there's nobody around. Doesn't look to be much happening. And then just further up, in fact we'll go to the end of this street here, because I'm sure that these apartments carried on along that street as well. So this has been a massive building project, and somebody's made their millions with this one. I'm fairly certain with that. When you look at the number of apartments that have been squeezed into a fairly small area, and I can't imagine they'll be cheap, or they would have been cheap. I don't even know if any are for sale. So yeah, you can see there, look, they go up round there as well. So plenty of apartments there. Do you know anything about them? How long have they been up? Were they expensive? Are they expensive? Are they holiday lets? And then just up here, which I'm not going to walk up because I want to go back to the beach, you can see another huge apartment block being built. And then this one here looks to have been recently completed. So there is loads and loads of building work going on. I thought this came under Punta Prima, but when I look at it on the map, it's coming under Torrevieja. So just going back down the other side, let you see what's going on. Quick look down at the restaurant, and that should be enough of this little area here, I think. So again, you can see these older style apartments here on the left hand side of the road as we walk down towards the seafront. So a nice tidy, well kept, well trimmed hedge. So obviously the community fees and these blocks are being put to good use by keeping it nice and tidy. These look as if they've been up a good bit longer, just an older style of apartment block compared to the new modern, shiny, big window ones that you see nowadays. Gracias. So just coming back down here, I think that's little public toilets there. That little space, an ambulance space, and only authorised vehicles as usual. So as we come down to the bottom, I've heard about the Nautilus Restaurant, but I've never actually been. So I'm just going to have a quick look at that and see what that's all about. So there we go. Nautilus Restaurant. Desde 1975, so been here since 1975, so well established. Nice little shaded seats, and there is a nice little seating area there to overlook the sea if you choose to do that. Then they've got upstairs dining as well. So what's it like in the Nautilus? Is that one of your favourite haunts? Is that one of the places that you go? Do you know anything about it? Again, let us know. Always let us know in the comments. Another little quiet street there. Obviously a lot more cars around in these streets because people are coming out for the day to the beach. And it is Sunday. So yeah, look at that lovely little terrace there, right on the beachfront. A nice spot to sit and catch up with friends and do a bit of socialising and have a cold drink or two. I don't know if you can walk all the way along the front there. I'm going to just keep going and see if you can. Maybe you can just walk right along there. Little children's play area as well. So if you've got kids, it's all fenced off and secure so they can play away there. And you don't need to worry too much about anything happening to them. Quite secure. Yeah, it's another little dead end here. And that wee road leads you back up to the N332, I think, so I'll be heading up there soon. So it looks as though you can't walk round the outside of the Nautilus, but you can cut just the way that I've walked through to bypass it if you're doing a coastal walk. So yeah, so that looks to be quite a nice little place. Maybe that's somewhere to try one day for out and about for lunch. I don't know. Let's have a look at the beach. And sadly, there is no beach. It's just rocks. Which is always a shame, but you know, there's not much you can do about that. You can't. There's no way they could make this into a nice beach. It's just too rocky all the way along here. But as always, you do get people finding precarious ways to balance on a rock, and they seem to find a way to be comfortable, but it's not for me, I'm afraid. If I'm going to the beach, I want to go to the beach. I don't want to go to the rocks. And then you can continue a walk all the way along there, probably eventually taking you into Torrevieja, which obviously I'm not going to do today because I'm going to drive along there to see if I can get a video on the main bits of Torrevieja. So that's it. That was just a wee impromptu walk, and it was purely on the back of seeing a sign coming down off the N332 that I'd never actually walked down. But now I'm glad I did, because I found the Nautilus, which I'd heard about, and I've had a look at the beach, which is nothing to write home about. Maybe it's one of your favourite spots, I don't know. If you like it, tell us why you like it. It certainly looks to be a nice restaurant with some nice seating areas, but the beach itself is a big letdown. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Hasta pronto!